Okay, today's video will be on introducing rates. So our learning goals for today, by the end of the lesson you'll be able to simplify rates, you'll be able to calculate the average rates, and you'll also be able to use rates to calculate the best value. So key ideas about rates. So rates compare quantities and they're measured in different units. So rates are actually a type of mathematics that you use all the time. You probably use them almost in your every day in your everyday life without really realizing that you're using rates. So rates include units for each quantity, and the quantities we usually separate them with a slash, which is a mathematical symbol for per. So for instance, one of the most common ones that you'll use every day is kilometers per hour. So for example, 20 km/h means 20 kilometers per hour. That means you travel 20 kilometers every single hour. So it's convention to write rates in their simplest form. So this involves writing the rate for only one unit of the second quantity. So for instance, 20 kilometers per hour, it's for only 1 hour. So it's the second unit, hours, is just written as one hour. So for instance, $45 in 3 hours, the convention would be, rather than writing $45 in 3 hours, you'd write the amount per hour. So if it's $45 in 3 hours and we want to make it per 1 hour, we're going to divide both sides by 3. Sorry, 45 divided by 3 is 15. And 3 divided by 3 is 1. So it's $15 in 1 hour, and the way we'd write that is $15/an hour. So it's $15 an hour. That's how we would write that answer there. Okay, so our average rate. So the average rate is calculated by dividing the total change in one quantity by the total change in the second quantity. So I've got an example here that'll probably make it a little bit clearer. So for example, what is the average reading rate if a child read a 400-page book in 4 days? So we're going to look at the average rate per day. They may have had days when they read more, days that they read less, but for our average rate, we're going to look at the average amount that we expected them to read per day. So they would have read 400 pages in 4 days. So we're going to work out how much do they read per day. So to do that, obviously we have to divide both sides by 4. 400 divided by 4 is 100 pages. And that's in 4 divided by 4 is 1. So it's 100 pages in 1 day. So therefore, the average rate is 100 pages per day. There we go. So as I said, it doesn't necessarily mean that they did read 100 the first day, 100 the second, 100 the third, and 100 the fourth day. They may have read more one day and less the other, but on average, they're reading about 100 pages per day. Okay, so we've got some worked examples here. We're going to have to do some simplified rates. So the first one, we have 120 kilometers in 3 hours. So that's 120 kilometers in 3 hours. So we're going to simplify that to work out how much they're going per hour. So we're going to divide by 3. So 120 divided by 3 is going to give me 40 kilometers in 3 divided by 3 is 1, so 40 kilometers in 1 hour. So we write our answer as 40 kilometers per hour. So that would be our answer there for A. For B, you'd work down the page. I'm just going to go across just so, actually no, I'll just clear the page. Okay, so for B, we've got 12 students per 2 teachers. So we're going to write how many students we have per every 1 teacher. So we're going to have to divide both sides by 2. So that's 6 students per 1 teacher. So we'll write that as 6 students per teacher. There we go. Okay, and our third one, C, is 5,000 revolutions, or something very, very speedy. So 5,000 revolutions in 2.5 minutes. Okay, so we're going to divide both sides by 2.5 to get revolutions per minute. If the question had specified seconds, obviously we could convert to seconds and then work that out. But we're going to do divided by 2.5 to work out how many per minute. So 5,000 divided by 2.5 is 2. Nope. 5,000. 2.5. Yep, 2,000. I've had a long day. So that's 2,000 revolutions in 2.5 divided by 2.5 is 1. 1. So that's 2,000 revolutions a minute. And that'd be our answer there for C. I'll clear that one and I'll do our last worked example, which is D. So they have 28. They spend $28 and they get 4 kilograms of peaches. So we're going to find out, our price per kilo. So $28 for 4 kilograms. So we want to work out per 1 kilogram. So we're going to divide by 4 so that our second unit can be in a single unit. So 28 divided by 4 is 6. Nope. 7. 7 for 1 kilogram. So that's $7 per kilogram. So we just write our answer like that. Okay, so our second lot of worked examples, we're looking at averages, so average rates. So Tom was 120 centimeters tall when he turned 10 years old. So he was 185 centimeters tall when he turned 20 years old. So find Tom's average rate of growth per year between 10 and 20 years of age. Okay, so first of all, we have to find out how much did he grow between 10 and 20 years. So at 10, he was 120 centimeters tall, and at 20, he was 185. So I'm just going to do 185, take 120, just to work how much he actually grew. That's a 0 there. 5 take 0 is 5, 8 take 2 is 6. So he grew 65 centimeters, and between 10 and 20 years is 10 years. So he did 65 centimeters of growth in 10 years. So I'm going to divide by 10 to work out his average growth per year, because that's what our question asks us to do. So divide both sides by 10. So that's 6.5 centimeters in 1 year. So therefore, Tom's growth rate is 6.5 centimeters a year. So every year he's growing on average 6.5 centimeters. Okay, let's do B. I'll just clear the screen here. So for B, this is something that will probably come in handy at some point in your life, working out what is better value. So you can buy 5 kilograms of potatoes for $3.80 or 3 kilograms for $2.20. So the way we're going to compare these is we're actually going to work out the price per kilo and then we'll be able to see which one's better value. So the first one is $3.80 per 5 kilograms. So we're going to divide by 5 to work out how much 1 kilogram costs. So $3.80 for 5 kilograms is the same as 76 cents per 1 kilogram. So to do that, I divided both sides by 5. So that's our first option. Our second option was $2.20 for 3 kilograms. So obviously you'd be working down the page to do this. So I'm going to divide by 3 on both sides to work out the price for 1 kilogram. So $2.20 divided by 3 is 73.333 cents reoccurring. So I'm just going to write 3 cents for 1 kilogram. So we can now compare our rates. So our first option was 76 cents per kilo, and our second option is 73 cents per kilo. So therefore the $2.20 for 3 kilo, let's just rub that out, for 3 kilograms is better value than $3.80 for, I've run out of space, for 5 kilograms. Oh, that's terrible setting out. So you can work out the price per kilo and then compare them and work out which is cheaper per kilo to find out which is better value. So the $3.80 for 5 kilograms worked out to be 76 cents per kilogram. The $2.20 for 3 kilograms worked out to be 73 cents per kilogram. So therefore that one's better value because you're getting, you're paying less for a kilo. Okay, so for C, which is better value per 100 mils, 400 mils of shampoo A for $3.20 or 320 mils of shampoo B for $2.85. So shampoo A, it's $3.20 for 400 mils. So again, we're going to work out price per 100 mils because that's what the question asks us to do. So we're going to divide by 4 to work out the price for 100 mils. So it's 80 cents for 100 milliliters for shampoo A. Let's do shampoo B. You'd probably work down the page again. So shampoo B costs $2.85 for 320 milliliters. So we only want to know the price for 100 milliliters. So we're going to divide by 3.2 to work out our price per 100 milliliters. Oh, that's a bit messy here. I'll just clean this up a bit. There we go. So divide by 3.2. So $2.85 divided by 3.2 is 89 cents for 100 milliliters. So now we can see that shampoo A, our cost is 80 cents. Sorry, the bell. So shampoo is 80 cents per 100 milliliters, and shampoo B is 89 cents per 100 milliliters. So from there, we'd write our statement about which is better value. So obviously shampoo A is going to be better value because it's only 80 cents for 100 milliliters compared to the 89 cents that shampoo B costs for 100 milliliters. So we'd write out the written answer at the end. I'm going to have to clear the page. So therefore, shampoo A is better value as it only costs 80 cents per 100 milliliters, while shampoo B is more expensive at 89. Oh, that's a terrible 8. That looks like a G. At 89 cents per 100 milliliters. So there you go. It's just something written like that. And that's the end of our video on rates. So just make sure that you have a good understanding of that, because this is like our foundation maths, and we're going to build on this in the next couple of lessons. So if you need to, make sure you re-watch this and come and see me with any questions.